Well, I guess it's time for the ironic part of this challenge, where ice plants will fight against the ice zombies. It is the fourth world of our time adventure, and another hope to find Dave's taco. This time we will fight against funny looking ice cubes and the zombified version of the mistletoe. So let's find out who is the best snowball thrower. Brrr, it's colder than a polar bear eating an ice pop. We have traveled so far back in history, so we arrived in prehistory. Did you know that zombies can't freeze in the frostbite caves? On day 1 I discovered many things that weren't so obvious to me. At that time I had a unique chance to try out some of my main strategies to find out the best one for such a unique world. Summarizing the first level, I can say that this world will be way more complicated than all previous ones. On day 2, I discovered that Snow Pea isn't immune to the cold wind of the frostbite caves. Let's just say that I was impressed by that fact, because I thought that all of the plants from the wintermint family were immune to being frozen. At that point I was still searching for the best way to deal with the frozen plants, because this problem would only increase over time. Day 3 contained a lot of spikes, fresh peas and cold winds of hurricane. Levels like these are a great chance to tell some interesting facts about everything. Did you know about the deleted minigame from ancient Egypt? Mummy Memory was a game about camels, where you had to find two similar symbols in order to kill the zombies. Unfortunately, some time ago, these levels were replaced with a basic one, making ancient Egypt a less interesting world than it was before. I miss the Mummy Memory. Day 4 was yet another level with lots of snowballs and prehistoric buckets. I decided to stay with the same old plants because there was no real need for strong boys who would clear the entire lawn in a few seconds. Nevertheless, thanks to its high reliability, I began to love Snow Pea even more. I'm starting to get cold feet about this place. Also, my feet are getting really cold. That's how we started day 5 of the Frostbite Caves. Unfortunately, it was a conveyor belt level without any ice plants. Mr. Floppa is sad about that. However, day 6 was an absolute mess. Thanks to the frozen sunflowers, we had a great chance to get some additional sun, so right from the beginning I started my special operation of melting the ice. Everything was going pretty fine until we passed the first wave, because the cold wind froze all the snow peas on my lawn right after that, and I had no instruments or plants to melt them. Thanks to the PopCap developers, I could pick only 2 ice brudas, so we had to choose some other plants on our list. Don't you find it strange that Snow Pea can be frozen, while Chill Boy called Snapdragon ignores everything? Sometimes the progress of the level was moving like a snow snail. Day 7 gave us a great chance to get additional support for destroying the snow zombies. Here comes the Split Pea, and today we will use both of his sides. This green little dude helped us a lot, as we could deal with the endless attacks of the tanky zombies. Does anyone know where did they get the cones in the prehistory? Cause I don't. On day 8, I had to punch zombies with the help of a bong chai. The level contained lots of peppers, cabbages, nuts and potato mines, but only a few hurricanes. They don't even give me a single chance to beat some levels with only ice plants. Day 9 was the first level where we stuck with the Dodo Rider zombie. It isn't so dangerous, but you always have to keep in mind that not a single lane is secured because of the giant pigeon. The rest of the level was quite simple, and I spent most of the time planting as many snow peas as possible. Boys, there are too many conveyor belt levels in this world. That's how we started the 10th day of our frosty time adventure. This time it was about pea shooters. Lots of pea shooters. I couldn't even imagine that the prehistoric zombies were big fans of fresh peas. I knew about day 11 long before we entered the world of giant pigeons and rocky buckets. This is often called the hardest day of the Frostbite Caves, so I decided to take some heavy boys with me because the available slots were limited. Did you know that the Frost Bonnet is an amazing choice for the Frostbite Caves? Cause I didn't. On day 12, we had to prepare a good and reliable defense because it was the last stand level. I tried to beat it with only snow peas for the first time, but that didn't work because of the cold wind. However, the second attempt went pretty smoothly as I planted a ton of cold snapdragons, which are immune to any zombie attacks and cold winds. Day 13 was about protecting the weird flowers. That was the turning point of this challenge because I discovered the hidden power of Boingsetta, whose main purpose is to quickly break the ice on every frozen plant on the lawn. I'm getting more and more excited about this plant as it opens to me from the best sides, so go and get the Boingsetta. Day 14 was yet another level with pre-picked plants, so I guess it's a good chance to share my feelings about this world. Frostbite Caves is not my favorite world, but it's not the worst one. When I play it, I always feel that I miss something. It's hard to explain, but this feeling doesn't leave me every time I try to enjoy it. The Frostbite Caves is one of the few post-classical worlds in PVZ2 that I find unfinished, as I wanted to see some more unique mechanics and cool plants instead of the pepper pult. On day 15, we had a unique opportunity to combine fire and ice, as we had to protect some pepper pools from the funny-looking ice cubes. The first attempt wasn't so successful, as lots of dodo riders broke my defense right in the middle of the lawn. However, that's not a major reason to give up, as I always have another way to beat the level. That day is probably impossible for the snow peas, as the amount of heavy zombies is too high to deal with. So Cold Snapdragon is one of the few possible options to beat the level successfully. As you may see, the ice plants are unstoppable. After successfully finishing the level, we've got this. It looks like a stone plate with some prehistoric zombies. That doesn't look so good to me. Day 16 was the middle milestone of the STEM adventure, where we fought against the prehistoric gargantua with lots of imps for the first time. Besides that, it was a usual massive zombie attack that contained lots of different plants except the ice one. The world is truly unfair to us. Day 17 began with the frozen chart guards and fume shrooms. Thanks to the Boingsetta's magic abilities, we broke the ice in a few seconds. With the help of the magic shrooms, we managed to deal with the frozen imps and destroy the zombie horde faster than usual. I wish these prehistoric zombies would just go back to their caves. User Dave, perhaps it's time to try a new tactic. Day 18 was another conveyor belt level dedicated to stunning. Everything went pretty smoothly, except for the last few seconds, as Bloomerang and funny looking orange couldn't do nothing to the enormous amount of ice cubes. On day 19, I used the magic Boingsetta once again. It was a good decision, as I immediately started using all the given plants in the best possible way. Just look how 2 double sunflowers can change the entire game by giving an additional sun throughout the level. Now you can fully understand how important it is to always have some sun-producing plants with you. Day 20 was played pretty much the same, but this time without any sunflowers. Yet with the help of the winter mint, a lot of unbelievable things can become possible. Oh, and it looks like we received a frozen hand with the bone inside of the ice cube. On day 21, we had to warm up the zombies and the lawn. With the help of the fire pea shooter, we made a cool barbecue out of the local zombies. I guess it reminds me something. Guys, look at that. Frozen guacadilles. I must turn back my avocado friends into the warm waters of the big wave beach. And that was the main goal of day 22. Fortunately, they managed to escape the prehistoric ice stones and run away from the whistles, which are the local parodies of famous chickens from the Wild West. Day 23 was a great chance to plant lots of snow peas, as I had some pre-planted sunflowers that provided additional sun throughout the level, giving me a great chance to spend more sun than usual. It's hard to imagine the second part of the Frostbite Caves without Boingsetta, as it became the key plant at every level. On day 24 I had to produce some sun, but don't you think that I didn't make a challenge of it? Because I did. The main goal was to beat the entire level using only winter melons and the mistletoes as the attacking plants. If you think it was easy, no, it wasn't. The main problem was the cold wind, which froze more than 90% of my plants at some points, making my lawn vulnerable to zombie attacks. Did I tell you that I love Boingsetta? Because I do. It saved me so many times that I can't even count that number. Day 25 was a conveyor belt level, which at that point sounds like a joke, because there are too many of them in the Frostbite Caves, so I don't even have enough jokes, interesting facts or personal opinions to share with you. This world has squeezed all the juice out of me. On day 26, just a few sunshims made the entire level the day of my dream because of the great amount of additional sun. This level was once again about the great amount of snow peas in a combo with lots of Boingsettas. Day 27 was yet another challenge for me, as I decided to beat it using only mistletoe as the attacking plant. It was the hardest level of the Frostbite Caves, and a few times I was so close to failure because of the rutabaga, which is not the best plant you can find to defend. Even a hilariously looking gargantuar tried to reach my beat, but was immediately stopped by a few good thrown snowballs. Day 28 was the last stand level, and this time I used the winter melon to beat it. I had enough suns to purchase 5 of them and wait until the end to see what would happen with them. I failed a few times because of the cold wind, which can somehow freeze the winter melon, but once I learned the time codes of the level, I managed to complete it despite losing some lawnmowers. On day 29 I had to play with the pre-picked plants, so we could easily skip that level. Unfortunately, day 30 contained no ice plants, so the fight with the Dr. Zambas was pretty usual. User Dave, our journey through time. You know that it's about more than just a taco. I suppose you are right, Penny, it's also about the ice plants. Anyway, the key is mine, which means that we are moving to the Lost City, another 32 levels, but this time with lots of additional sun.